Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by asking you a question. What makes a woman rare? Is it her beauty? Her accomplishments? Her strength? In this world of mass production, we often find ourselves gravitating toward what is popular, easily accessible, or admired by the masses. Yet, the rarest woman in the world cannot be defined by anything that is fleeting, shallow, or easily replicated. The rarest woman is not found in magazines or social media or in the fleeting trends that society tells her she must embody. No, the rarest woman is one who understands the immense value that resides within her, the unique purpose for which she was created. She is rare because she is fully aware of the power of her identity. She doesn't seek approval from others because she has already recognized the immense worth she carries within herself. She is grounded in her purpose, and that is what makes her different from the rest. The rarest woman lives with clarity of vision. She does not meander through life without direction. She wakes up each day with purpose, knowing exactly what she was born to do. She may face obstacles, yes, but her vision is so powerful, so clear, that nothing can stop her from fulfilling it. She walks with an unwavering faith that her purpose is greater than any challenge or setback. While the world often measures a woman's worth by external factors, her appearance, her status, her success, the rarest woman measures her worth by the strength of her character, the depth of her heart, and the power of her resolve. She does not require the validation of others because she knows that true worth comes from within. And yet, the rarest woman is also deeply compassionate. She understands the power of emotional intelligence. She doesn't allow her emotions to dictate her actions. Rather, she masters her emotions, using them to fuel her growth and to lead with empathy, wisdom, and love. She doesn't react to the world, she shapes it. The rarest woman is also a woman of resilience. Life will throw challenges her way, but she doesn't back down. She rises. She understands that failure is not the end, but simply a step toward her destiny. Each obstacle is an opportunity for her to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. She also understands the beauty of service. The rarest woman doesn't serve for recognition or praise. She serves because she knows that her true purpose is to make a difference in the lives of others. She lives to lift others up, to empower those around her. She knows that her power is not in competition, but in collaboration, in fostering an environment where everyone can thrive. The rarest woman leaves a legacy. She doesn't just live for herself. She lives for the generations to come. Her actions, her values, her impact are felt long after she has passed. She lives in such a way that her influence continues to echo through the lives of those she touched, inspiring them to live with the same vision, strength, and purpose that she embodied. So when we ask what makes a woman rare, let us remember that rarity is not in the surface level attributes the world tries to sell us. Rarity is found in her identity, in her unwavering faith, in her ability to empower and serve others. The rarest woman in the world is one who lives her life with purpose and who leaves a lasting impact that continues to shape the world long after she's gone. Let us all strive to be that rare woman, the woman who knows her worth, who lives with vision, and who empowers others. The world is waiting for the rarest version of you to show up. The rarest essence of a woman is not found in what the world often highlights: her appearance, her possessions, or her status. True rarity lies in a woman who understands and embraces the profound value she holds within herself. She is not defined by external expectations or the fleeting trends of society. Her worth is not measured by the opinions of others or the accolades she receives. Rather, it is grounded in her inner strength, her unique identity, and her unshakable sense of purpose. A rare woman doesn't need the approval of others because she is confident in who she is. She has discovered her own voice, the voice that comes from deep within, and she is not afraid to express it. She knows that her purpose is something only she can fulfill, and that her life has meaning beyond what the world tries to impose on her. She embraces her flaws, her strengths, and every experience that has shaped her into the person she is. Her self-worth is rooted not in what she does, but in who she is, a person of character, integrity, and resilience. This essence of a rare woman also comes from her unwavering commitment to live with intention. She does not wander aimlessly through life or follow the crowd. Each day is an opportunity to step closer to fulfilling her purpose. She knows where she is going and has a clear vision of the life she wants to build. This clarity of purpose empowers her to move forward with confidence, no matter the obstacles she may face. Even in the face of adversity, she remains steadfast in her belief that challenges are merely stepping stones, not roadblocks. She rises to the occasion, growing stronger with each test. Her strength is not just in her accomplishments or her capacity for success, but also in how she handles life's difficulties. The rarest woman is resilient. She learns from her setbacks and uses them as fuel for her next move. Where others may see failure, she sees opportunity. She possesses the unique ability to turn every hardship into a lesson, and she grows wiser as a result. This resilience gives her the power to persevere through life's storms with grace and unwavering determination. What makes her even rarer is her ability to connect with others. She has a deep well of empathy and emotional intelligence that allows her to understand the struggles and joys of those around her. But her emotional depth is not a weakness, it is her strength. She doesn't allow her emotions to control her. Instead, she masters them and uses them to build meaningful relationships and to lead with compassion and wisdom. She uplifts others with her presence, bringing peace and understanding in times of chaos. The rarest woman knows the value of serving others. Her greatest joy lies not in personal gain, but in contributing to the well-being of those around her. She doesn't serve for praise or recognition, but because she understands that her purpose is tied to the greater good of humanity. She is not interested in competition. Instead, she seeks collaboration and mutual growth. She lifts others up, encouraging them to pursue their own unique purposes and to live fully and authentically. This woman understands that her impact on the world is not measured by how many people know her name or how much she has accumulated, but by the legacy she leaves behind. She is not just living for today, but for the future. The rarest woman creates a ripple effect that continues long after she is gone. Her influence is felt through the lives of those she has touched, those who carry on her wisdom, her compassion, and her strength. The rarest woman is not just rare because of her personal achievements or outward beauty. She is rare because of the way she carries herself, her heart, her mind, and her spirit. Her value is not defined by society's standards, but by her unwavering belief in her own purpose. The rarest woman knows who she is, where she's going, and the legacy she will leave. Her essence is the embodiment of inner strength, resilience, love, and purpose, and that is what makes her truly rare. The power of identity is one of the most profound forces that shape the life of a woman. To understand and embrace one's identity is to discover the core of who you are. And once this discovery is made, everything else falls into place. It is this identity that provides a woman with the strength to stand firm, regardless of external pressures, societal expectations, or transient circumstances. The rarest woman is the one who fully grasps the essence of who she is, beyond the labels and roles assigned to her by others. A woman's identity is her foundation. It is the source from which all her actions, decisions, and interactions flow. Without this understanding, she may find herself drifting through life, influenced by the opinions of others, or pulled in various directions by the world around her. But when a woman truly knows who she is, she becomes anchored in her truth. She no longer feels the need to conform to society's image of what a woman should be, because she has already accepted herself as enough just as she is. The power of identity gives her the courage to live authentically. It allows her to make decisions that align with her true self, even when it's difficult or unpopular. She is not swayed by the fleeting opinions of others or by the ever-changing standards of beauty, success, or happiness. Instead, she defines her own version of success, rooted in her values, purpose, and dreams. She knows what she stands for, and she refuses to compromise on that, no matter the cost. The rarest woman also understands that her identity is not limited to her current circumstances or past experiences. She sees herself not as a product of her environment, but as someone with the power to shape her future. She understands that her potential is limitless because her true identity is not defined by what she has been through, but by what she is capable of becoming. This understanding frees her from the constraints of self-doubt and fear, allowing her to step boldly into her purpose and vision for her life. The power of identity equips a woman to navigate challenges and adversities with resilience. Life is unpredictable, and at times it can feel as if the world is against her. Yet, the rare woman knows that no external force can take away her sense of self unless she allows it. Her identity is the shield that protects her from the harmful narratives the world may try to impose. When she faces setbacks or obstacles, she draws strength from her deep understanding of who she is. She knows that she is not defined by a single failure, mistake, or moment of weakness. She is defined by the fullness of her character, her purpose, and her vision for her life. The power of identity also allows a woman to embrace her uniqueness. She recognizes that she is not meant to be like anyone else. The rarest woman understands that her individuality is her greatest asset, and that comparison to others only diminishes her potential. She celebrates what makes her different, knowing that her uniqueness is not a flaw but a strength that the world needs. In embracing her true identity, she also frees others to do the same, leading by example and showing others that they too have the power to live as their authentic selves. This power of identity is also deeply connected to a woman's capacity for love. When a woman knows who she is better able to love herself and in turn to love others. She understands that self-love is not selfish, it is essential for creating healthy relationships and living a fulfilling life. Her love for herself empowers her to set boundaries, to respect her needs, and to prioritize her well-being. It also enables her to give love freely and generously to others because she comes from a place of abundance, not scarcity. In the rarest woman, the power of identity also manifests in her ability to lead with confidence and grace. Leadership does not always require a title or a position of authority. It comes from within a deep sense of self-belief and the courage to inspire others through example. A woman who knows her identity becomes a beacon for others, radiating strength, clarity, and conviction. She doesn't need to assert her power because it is evident in everything she does. Her presence commands respect not because she demands it, but because her authentic self exudes it. The power of identity is the key to unlocking a woman's potential. It is the foundation for living a life of purpose, impact, and fulfillment. A woman who knows who she is has the power to shape her own destiny and to influence the world around her. She becomes an unstoppable force, not because of her external circumstances or achievements, but because of the unwavering belief she has in herself. When a woman taps into the full power of her identity, she becomes the rarest version of herself, a woman who walks with confidence, resilience, and purpose, knowing that she is enough and that she has everything within her to make a lasting impact on the world. Purposeful living is the essence of truly embracing life, understanding that every action, decision, and moment holds meaning in the larger context of a woman's journey. It's about living with intention, having a clear vision of one's goals, and striving to fulfill the calling that resonates deep within the heart. The rarest woman is one who lives with purpose. Every step she takes, every choice she makes is aligned with her deeper mission. She doesn't live by chance or merely by the ebb and flow of life circumstances. Instead, she lives deliberately, making choices that reflect her values, passions, and aversions, and the vision she has for her life. Living with purpose means being fully aware of why you are here and knowing that your time on this earth is not to be wasted. The rarest woman doesn't take life for granted. She recognizes that each day presents an opportunity to move closer to her purpose. She wakes up with a sense of clarity and direction, not simply going through the motions of the day, but moving forward with intention. Every decision, no matter how small, is made with her ultimate purpose in mind. Whether she's raising a family, building a career, or contributing to her community, everything she does is driven by a deeper calling. A purposeful life is not one that is dictated by external pressures or fleeting trends, but by a deep connection to inner values. The rarest woman doesn't let the world define her success or happiness. She defines these things for herself. She understands that true fulfillment comes from within, not from meeting society's expectations or following a prescribed path that others have laid out for her. Purposeful living is about creating your own path, driven by what matters most to you, your passions, your beliefs, and your desire to make a difference in the world. To live purposefully is to recognize that you have been given a unique set of gifts, talents, and abilities, and that your life has a distinct role to play in the greater picture. The rarest woman understands that she is not here by accident. Her existence is part of a larger plan, and every experience, whether positive or negative, is shaping her for the role she was born to fill. She embraces her gifts and uses them to create impact, knowing that when she aligns herself with a purpose, she becomes an unstoppable force. Living with purpose also requires clarity. The rarest woman is not one who wanders aimlessly, but rather one who has a clear understanding of her goals and her direction in life. Purposeful living is about setting intentional, meaningful goals and working towards them every single day. The rarest woman doesn't wait for opportunities to come to her, she creates them. She takes proactive steps toward her vision, and each action is deliberate. Whether her goal is to become a leader in her field, to contribute to the welfare of others, or to foster meaningful relationships, every action serves to bring her closer to that vision. Purposeful living is also about maintaining consistency and focus. It's easy to be distracted by the noise of everyday life or the opinions of others, but the rarest woman is unwavering in her focus. She does not let temporary setbacks derail her from her purpose, nor does she get distracted by the allure of superficial gains. She stays grounded in her mission, knowing that the road may be long and challenging, but every step forward is worth it. Her focus is her strength, and she carries herself with unwavering determination to achieve what she set out to do. Purposeful living also requires a mindset of growth. The rarest woman understands that her purpose is not static. It evolves, grows, and expands as she does. She seeks constant improvement, not only in her career or personal life, but also in her emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. Every challenge she faces is viewed as an opportunity to grow, learn, and evolve. She embraces change, knowing that her purpose may shift as she grows, but it is always rooted in the deeper call that drives her. Purposeful living is not about reaching a final destination, but about continuously striving to become the best version of yourself and to impact the world in ways that reflect your core values. Living purposefully also means understanding the power of impact. The rarest woman does not live only for herself. She recognizes that her purpose is intertwined with the well-being of others. She knows that her life is meant to inspire, uplift, and empower others. She uses her gifts and her platform to create positive change, whether in her community or workplace or the world at large. Her actions are rooted in service because she understands that true purpose is found in making a difference, not in personal gain. Purposeful living also requires balance. The rarest woman does not sacrifice her well-being, her relationships, or her health for the sake of her goals. She understands that living with purpose requires harmony between personal and professional life, between giving to others and caring for herself. She knows that her purpose is only sustainable when she is thriving in all areas of her life, and she prioritizes self-care, rest, and rejuvenation as part of her mission to be the best version of herself. At the heart of purposeful living is fulfillment. The rarest woman lives with the deep satisfaction of knowing she is doing exactly what she was meant to do, contributing to the world in her unique way. She doesn't measure her success by the standards set by others. Instead, she measures it by the fulfillment she feels in her heart, the alignment of her actions with her deepest values, and the positive impact she has on the lives of those around her. Purposeful living is what transforms ordinary existence into an extraordinary life. The rarest woman is one who lives every day with intention, clarity, and focus, always striving to fulfill her unique purpose in the world. She doesn't just exist, she thrives, knowing that her life is filled with meaning and that she is contributing to something far greater than herself. Living with purpose is the key to unlocking the fullness of life, and the rarest woman is one who fully embraces this calling, living each moment with intentionality and passion. Self-worth beyond validation is the cornerstone of true empowerment. It is the understanding that a woman's value is not dependent on the approval, recognition, or opinions of others. This belief liberates her from the constant need for external validation, allowing her to stand confidently in her own identity. A woman who understands her self-worth is not swayed by fleeting praise or criticism. She operates from a place of internal strength and deep self-respect. The rarest woman recognizes that her worth is not determined by how others see her or by her achievements. She does not require validation from the outside world because she knows that her true value is inherent, not earned. It is rooted in who she is, not in what she does or what others think of her. In a world where society often measures worth by appearance, success, or status, the rarest woman knows that these things are transient and do not define her. She understands that she is worthy simply because she exists. Her self-worth comes from within, formed by her unique identity, her character, and her personal values. A woman who holds her self-worth beyond validation has an unwavering belief in her abilities and qualities. She does not doubt her capacity to achieve her goals, nor does she second-guess her judgment or decisions. Her confidence is built on a solid foundation of self-trust. When challenges arise, she faces them head-on, not because she needs external approval to take action, but because she believes in herself and her ability to navigate whatever comes her way. She understands that external recognition will follow naturally as a result of her commitment, passion, and hard work, but it is not the driving force behind her efforts. This understanding of self-worth enables a woman to set healthy boundaries. When she no longer seeks validation from others, she is able to prioritize her own needs and well-being. She knows when to say yes and when to say no, regardless of whether her choices are popular or accepted by those around her. She does not compromise her values or well-being for the sake of approval. She recognizes that her time, energy, and attention are precious resources, and she allocates them based on what aligns with her vision and purpose, not based on trying to meet the expectations of others. Living with self-worth beyond validation also means being unafraid to stand alone. The rarest woman does not need to conform to the norms or expectations of society. She does not fear judgment or rejection because she knows her worth is not tied to external acceptance. Whether she is leading in a male-dominated field, making unconventional life choices, or challenging the status quo, she remains confident in her path. She doesn't look for approval. She moves forward with the certainty that she is walking in alignment with her purpose. Self-worth beyond validation creates space for a woman to be authentic. When she stops seeking validation, she is free to show up as her true self, without fear of rejection or the need to please others. She is not trapped in the cycle of performing for external approval. Instead, she lives genuinely, expressing herself from a place of honesty and authenticity. She no longer wears masks or adopts personas to fit into different roles. Her power lies in her ability to be unapologetically herself, knowing that she is enough exactly as she is. The rarest woman also understands that her self-worth is not diminished by the opinions of others, whether positive or negative. She is not defined by praise, nor is she shaken by criticism. In a world that constantly gives feedback, whether encouraging or discouraging, she remains anchored in her own perception of herself. She listens to constructive feedback, of course, but it doesn't dictate her value or her decisions. Her self-worth is immune to the fluctuations of public opinion. Self-worth beyond validation also means practicing self-compassion. The rarest woman is gentle with herself. She does not berate herself for mistakes or imperfections. She sees them as opportunities for growth, learning, and evolution. She understands that to be human is to be imperfect, and she accepts herself fully, even in her moments of vulnerability or failure. She doesn't need others to tell her she's doing well because she knows that her journey is unique to her, and she celebrates her progress no matter how small. When a woman lives with self-worth beyond validation, she is no longer at the mercy of others' expectations or judgments. She creates her own standards of success and happiness, and she is guided by them. Her happiness doesn't come from accolades or external praise. It comes from living in alignment with her values, knowing that she is contributing to the world in meaningful ways. She is proud of her achievements, but her worth is not contingent on them. The rarest woman is also empowered to uplift and encourage others without fear of comparison. She knows that her worth is not threatened by the success or achievements of those around her. Rather than feeling envious or competitive, she celebrates the successes of others and supports them in their journeys. Her self-worth is secure. And because of this, she fosters a spirit of collaboration and empowerment. She recognizes that there is enough space for everyone to thrive, and she understands that lifting others up does not diminish her own light, it only strengthens it. Living with self-worth beyond validation is the ultimate freedom. It is the liberation from the chains of seeking constant approval and the embracing of one's inherent value. The rarest woman understands that validation from the outside world is temporary and fickle. But her internal worth is constant, solid, and unshakable. She knows who she is and lives her life according to her own truth. She does not seek permission from anyone to be who she is meant to be. She lives fully, unapologetically, and confidently, knowing that her worth is immeasurable and not defined by the opinions or judgments of others. This indeed is the power of self-worth beyond validation. Emotional intelligence is one of the most powerful tools a woman can possess in navigating the complexities of life. It is the ability to understand, manage, and utilize emotions, both her own and those of others, in a healthy and constructive way. The rarest woman, in particular, is one who is in tune with her emotional landscape, who possesses the wisdom to manage her feelings and respond to those of others with empathy and clarity. Emotional intelligence is not about suppressing or ignoring emotions, rather. It is about embracing them, understanding their impact, and using them to guide decisions, strengthen relationships, and build resilience. At the heart of emotional intelligence is self-awareness. A woman with emotional intelligence has the ability to recognize and understand her own emotions in real time. She does not shy away from her feelings, but instead she takes the time to acknowledge them, to explore what is causing them, and to understand their root causes. This level of self-awareness allows her to take ownership of her emotions, rather than letting them dictate her behavior or reactions. She is conscious of how her emotions affect her thoughts, actions, and decisions, and she uses this awareness to choose how she responds, rather than reacting impulsively. This self-awareness also leads to self-regulation, the ability to manage and control one's emotions in a healthy way. The rarest woman understands that emotions like anger, frustration, or sadness are natural, but she doesn't let them take over or cloud her judgment. When faced with challenging situations, she can pause, take a step back, and approach her emotions with a sense of control. Rather than allowing emotions to derail her or lead to impulsive actions, she uses emotional regulation techniques such as deep breathing, reflection, or seeking perspective to maintain composure and respond with clarity. Self-regulation also means that she is not controlled by fear, insecurity, or self-doubt. She acknowledges these emotions but does not let them limit her. She recognizes that emotional reactions can be powerful, but she doesn't let them dictate her behavior. Instead, she focuses on finding solutions, managing stress, and embracing challenges with a calm and balanced mindset. Through emotional regulation, she is able to build resilience, knowing that her emotions are valid but not always reflective of her ultimate capabilities or potential. Another key aspect of emotional intelligence is empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. A woman with high emotional intelligence is attuned to the emotional states of those around her. She listens deeply, not just to the words spoken, but also to the unspoken cues, the tone of voice, body language, and the energy that others project. She is able to step into another person's shoes, seeing the world from their perspective and responding with compassion and understanding. Empathy allows the rarest woman to connect with others on a deeper level, fostering meaningful relationships built on trust and mutual respect. She recognizes that everyone has their own emotional struggles, and rather than judging or dismissing others, she meets them where they are. Her empathetic nature creates an environment where people feel seen, heard, and understood. This connection is the foundation for strong relationships, both personally and professionally. Empathy allows her to be a supportive friend, partner, colleague, and leader, creating a space for growth, healing, and collaboration. Emotional intelligence also plays a crucial role in social skills, the ability to build and maintain positive relationships with others. A woman who is emotionally intelligent knows how to navigate social situations with grace and ease. She communicates effectively, expressing her own thoughts and feelings clearly while being attentive to the needs and emotions of those around her. She knows how to resolve conflicts in a way that is constructive and respectful, understanding that disagreements are natural but that they can be opportunities for growth and mutual understanding. Her ability to communicate openly, listen actively, and provide feedback in a compassionate manner helps her build trust with others. She creates spaces where people feel valued, respected, and comfortable sharing their thoughts and ideas. This emotional intelligence helps her lead effectively, as she can inspire, motivate, and guide others with emotional awareness and clarity. Emotional intelligence contributes to her resilience and mental health. Life is full of ups and downs, and the rarest woman understands that emotional intelligence allows her to bounce back from adversity more quickly. She is not immune to hardship, but her ability to manage her emotions helps her cope with stress, challenges, and setbacks in a healthy way. She uses emotional awareness and self-regulation as tools to maintain her mental well-being, staying grounded in her sense of self even in the most difficult times. In challenging moments, emotional intelligence allows her to view problems from a broader perspective. Rather than becoming overwhelmed by negative emotions or immediate reactions, she remains calm and collected, thinking through the situation with a clear mind. This emotional clarity allows her to find solutions, make thoughtful decisions, and remain focused on what truly matters. It helps her remain agile, able to adapt to change with ease and maintain a sense of stability no matter what life throws her way. Emotional intelligence supports her growth and development. The rarest woman is continuously learning both about herself and others. She actively seeks to understand her emotional triggers, patterns, and reactions, using that knowledge to grow and evolve. She is open to feedback and uses it to refine her emotional responses and interactions. She understands that emotional intelligence is a skill that can be developed over time, and she embraces the process of self-improvement. Through emotional intelligence, the rarest woman becomes a source of strength for herself and others. She draws upon her self-awareness, empathy, and emotional regulation to guide her decisions, actions, and relationships. She navigates the complexities of life with wisdom, understanding, and resilience. Her emotional intelligence enables her to build deep connections, maintain peace of mind, and lead with compassion and clarity. It is this remarkable ability to understand, manage, and use emotions that empowers her to create a life filled with meaning, growth, and lasting impact. In a world where emotional responses often go unchecked, the rarest woman is a beacon of emotional wisdom. Her emotional intelligence shapes her relationships, drives her success, and nurtures her ability to thrive in the face of adversity. By embracing and mastering her emotions, she becomes a powerful force for good, positively influencing the world around her and leaving a lasting legacy of emotional strength, understanding, and connection. Unwavering faith is one of the most powerful forces that a woman can possess. It is the steadfast belief in something greater than herself, whether it be a higher power, her own purpose, or the promise of a better future. It is the kind of faith that doesn't waver in the face of adversity, doubt, or uncertainty. The rarest woman, in particular, embodies unwavering faith. She walks through life with the certainty that no matter what challenges she faces, her purpose, her strength, and her vision are unshakable. At its core, unwavering faith is not simply the absence of doubt or fear. It is the strength to move forward despite them. The rarest woman does not have a life free of hardship or struggles. She faces her own doubts, fears, and moments of uncertainty, but her faith becomes anchored in the storm. When life gets tough, when obstacles appear insurmountable, and when the road ahead seems unclear, her unwavering faith gives her the courage to continue moving forward. This faith is not blind or naive. It is rooted in deep trust, the trust that everything is unfolding as it should, even when the circumstances do not align with her expectations. The rarest woman understands that faith is not about controlling every outcome or expecting instant results. Instead, it is about trusting in the process, knowing that each challenge and setback is part of the journey, and that growth often comes through adversity. She has faith that her efforts will bear fruit, even if the timeline is unclear, and that the lessons learned during difficult times are invaluable to overall purpose. Unwavering faith requires resilience. The rarest woman's faith isn't fragile or dependent on external circumstances. She doesn't need immediate proof or validation to keep believing. She keeps her faith intact, even when things don't seem to be going her way. When faced with failure, disappointment, or loss, she doesn't let her belief falter. Instead, she uses these experiences as opportunities to grow stronger in her faith. She understands that true faith is tested in the fire, and it is in those moments of struggle that it becomes solidified. This kind of faith empowers the rarest woman to take bold actions, even when the outcome is uncertain. She does not wait for the perfect conditions to make a move. She steps forward with courage, knowing that her faith will carry her through whatever challenges arise. It is this faith that propels her to take risks, to step out of her comfort zone, and to pursue her dreams with relentless determination. She may not always have a clear path, but her faith gives her the conviction to continue even when the path is unclear. Unwavering faith allows her to overcome fear. Fear often arises when we face the unknown, and it can paralyze us from moving forward. But the rarest woman understands that faith is the antidote to fear. When fear knocks on her door, she doesn't let it control her. Instead, she confronts it with her faith. She knows that fear is a natural response to uncertainty, but it does not have the power to stop her. With faith as her guide, she is able to take action despite fear, trusting that she is never alone on her journey. Faith also plays a significant role in her relationships. The rarest woman understands that unwavering faith is not limited to her personal beliefs or goals, it also extends to her trust in others. She believes in the potential of those around her, and she holds space for their growth, even when they stumble or fall short. Her faith in others gives them the strength to rise up and try again. Whether it's her family, friends, or colleagues, she sees the best in them and encourages them to believe in their own potential. She knows that faith is not just about what is visible in the moment, but about believing in the possibilities that lie ahead. Unwavering faith also means living with hope. The rarest woman understands that hope is not a passive wish, but an active choice. She chooses hope even in the darkest of times. She knows that circumstances may seem overwhelming, but she holds fast to the belief that change is always possible and that better days are ahead. Her faith in the future keeps her moving forward, even when the present feels overwhelming. She understands that hope is not about denying reality, but about choosing to see beyond the current situation to the potential that lies ahead. Faith also brings a sense of purpose and direction to her life. The rarest woman is guided by her faith in her purpose, her calling, and the impact she is meant to have in the world. This unwavering faith helps her stay focused on her goals, even when distractions or doubts arise. She knows that the journey may not always be easy, but her faith in her purpose keeps her aligned with her vision. This sense of purpose gives her the strength to persevere, knowing that her work and her mission are meaningful and worth the effort. One of the most remarkable aspects of unwavering faith is its ability to inspire others. The rarest woman's faith is contagious. When others see her walk through life with certainty and trust, even in the face of adversity, they are inspired to develop their own faith. She leads by example, showing others what it means to trust the process, to believe in themselves, and to keep going even when the road is difficult. Her unwavering faith becomes a light for others, guiding them through their own struggles and challenges. Unwavering faith also cultivates peace. In a world full of noise and distractions, the rarest woman knows that her faith is what keeps her grounded. When the world around her is chaotic, her faith provides the inner peace that helps her stay calm and centered. She doesn't get swept away by the turbulence of life because her faith keeps her anchored in the knowledge that everything will work out in the end. This peace allows her to approach life with clarity, to make decisions from a place of calm, and to handle challenges with grace and confidence. Unwavering faith is the key to a fulfilling life. The rarest woman understands that life is full of uncertainties, but with unwavering faith, she can face anything that comes her way. She knows that faith is the compass that guides her, the strength that sustains her, and the foundation that supports her through life's challenges. Faith doesn't make the journey easier, but it makes it meaningful. It gives her the courage to pursue her dreams, to overcome obstacles, and to live a life that is true to her purpose. Unwavering faith is the force that propels the rarest woman toward greatness. It is the belief that no matter the circumstances, no matter the obstacles, she is never alone, and she is always capable of achieving her highest potential. Her unwavering faith becomes the driving force behind everything she does, enabling her to create a life filled with meaning, purpose, and impact. Through faith, she transcends the limitations of doubt and fear, walking boldly in the direction of her dreams, knowing that the path ahead, though uncertain, is guided by the light of her belief. Sacrifice and service are two powerful virtues that define the rarest women in the world. They embody the essence of selflessness, where one chooses to give of themselves, be it their time, energy, resources, or love, to help others and to contribute to the greater good. These women are not driven by personal gain or the pursuit of recognition, but by an innate desire to make the world a better place. Their acts of sacrifice and service are not burdens, but privileges that reflect their deep commitment to the well-being of others and the fulfillment of their higher purpose. The rarest woman understands that true service requires sacrifice. She knows that making a difference often means putting the needs of others above her own, at least temporarily. This could mean dedicating hours of her day to help someone in need, offering financial support to a cause she believes in, or simply being present for those who are going through a difficult time. She gives of herself without expecting anything in return, not because it's easy, but because she believes that through her actions, she can bring about positive change in the lives of others. Her sacrifice is driven by love, compassion, and the understanding that what she offers can make a profound impact on someone else's life. Sacrifice for the rarest woman is not about self-denial for its own sake, but about prioritizing what is important. It is about recognizing the bigger picture and being willing to give up immediate gratification, comfort, or personal desires for the sake of others or for the fulfillment of a greater purpose. This woman understands that some things are worth more than her own convenience. She makes sacrifices that align with her values, goals, and mission in life. Her sacrifices may not always be visible to the world, but they are always intentional and meaningful. Whether it is sacrificing time with her family to serve a community in need or setting aside her own ambitions to support someone else's dreams. Her selflessness reflects her deeper understanding of what it means to live a life of purpose. The service for the rarest woman is an extension of her love for others. It is not just about what she does for people, but also how she does it. She approaches service with humility and a willingness to learn. She does not see herself as superior to those she serves, but as an equal, someone who is part of a larger human experience. Her service is rooted in the understanding that every person, no matter their background or circumstances, is deserving of care, kindness, and support. She recognizes that serving others is not about performing acts of charity or earning accolades. It is about offering herself as a conduit for positive change, seeing the humanity in everyone and doing her part to uplift them. The rarest woman also understands that service is not always grand or extraordinary. Often it is in the small, everyday acts of kindness that true service is found. Whether it is offering a listening ear, cooking a meal for a neighbor, volunteering time at a shelter, or simply being a source of encouragement for someone going through a tough time, she knows that even the smallest acts of self-service can have an outsized impact. Service is not about the scale of the act, but the heart with which it is given. For her, every gesture of kindness counts, and she is always looking for ways to serve those around her in meaningful, impactful ways. Sacrifice and service also require boundaries. While the rarest woman is incredibly giving, she also understands the importance of protecting her own well-being. She knows that in order to serve others effectively, she must first take care of herself. She doesn't sacrifice her health, her peace of mind, or her personal values in the name of service. Instead, she finds balance. She knows that she must replenish her own energy and nurture her own soul so that she can continue to give to others. Her service is sustainable because it comes from a place of inner strength, not exhaustion. She models the importance of self-care, showing others that you cannot pour from an empty cup. Through sacrifice and service, the rarest woman also learns to be adaptable. She understands that every person's situation and challenge is unique. What may work in one circumstance may not work in another, so she approaches service with flexibility and a willingness to adjust. She does not rigidly impose her own way of doing things onto others. Instead, she listens, observes, and adapts her approach to meet the specific needs of the people she is serving. This adaptability makes her an effective and compassionate servant, able to meet people where they are without judgment or preconceptions. Her acts of service are also deeply rooted in empathy. She connects with the emotions and experiences of others, making her service not just practical, but emotionally and spiritually fulfilling. She understands the power of compassion and how it can heal wounds, bridge divides, and transform lives. Whether she is serving someone in her community, in her family, or in a professional capacity, she does so with genuine care and concern for their well-being. She does not serve out of obligation or duty, but because her heart is moved by the struggles and needs of others. The rarest woman also recognizes that sacrifice and service are not just for others, but for herself as well. When she serves others, she is not only giving of herself, but she is also receiving. Through her service, she experiences a deep sense of fulfillment and joy. There is a sense of purpose that arises from being able to help others, knowing that her actions contribute to a greater good. The rarest woman understands that sacrifice is not about depletion, but about transformation. Through the act of giving, she grows, evolves, and becomes more connected to the world around her. It is through service that she discovers her true power, her ability to impact lives and create lasting change. This service and sacrifice also ripple out, affecting entire communities, families, and even societies. The rarest woman's commitment to serving others is an example that inspires those around her to do the same. Her actions create a culture of giving, compassion, and interconnectedness, showing others that service is not just an individual act, but a collective effort that can create profound change in the world. By giving of herself, she ignites a chain reaction of kindness, and her legacy becomes one of selflessness and love. Her sacrifice and service are not just what the rarest woman does, they are who she is. They are ingrained in her character, her values, and her way of life. Through her sacrifices, she embodies the very best of humanity. Through her service, she creates a legacy of love, care, and positive change. In a world that often values personal gain and individual success, the rarest woman stands as a testament to the power of selfless giving, demonstrating that the greatest impact often comes not from what we achieve for ourselves, but from what we achieve for ourselves, but from what we give to others. Resilience in adversity is one of the most remarkable qualities of the rarest woman in the world. It is the ability to rise again, to remain strong and steadfast, even when life throws its most challenging trials in her direction. This resilience does not come from a place of perfection, nor does it mean that she is invincible. Rather, it comes from an inner strength, the belief that no matter what obstacles arise, she has the capacity to overcome them, learn from them, and emerge stronger. It is the unshakable determination to persist and persevere, not because the journey is easy, but because the destination is worth it. The rarest woman understands that adversity is an inevitable part of life. She knows that every person, no matter how successful or accomplished, will face challenges, setbacks, and moments of hardship. Adversity may manifest in many forms: loss, failure, illness, disappointment, or personal struggle, but for the rarest woman, adversity is never a reason to quit. Instead, she sees it as an opportunity to learn, grow, and transform. Rather than allowing herself to be consumed by the weight of her circumstances, she meets adversity with grace, courage, and resilience. Resilience is not about avoiding pain or hardship, it's about how she responds when life gets difficult. The rarest woman acknowledges her pain, but she does not let it define her. She allows herself to grieve, to process, and to experience the emotions that come with adversity, but she does not allow those emotions to consume her. Instead, she uses those experiences as stepping stones. She understands that her pain is a part of her growth, not a roadblock. Each challenge becomes an opportunity to uncover her inner strength, to expand her capacity for patience, and to deepen her understanding of herself. At the heart of resilience is the ability to adapt. Life is unpredictable, and the rarest woman knows that the road will not always be smooth. She cannot control every circumstance, but she can control how she responds to them. Resilience requires flexibility, the ability to adjust her plans, her mindset, and her approach when things don't go as expected. The rarest woman does not see failure as the end, but as a detour. She is willing to pivot, to learn from her mistakes, and to try again with newfound wisdom. This adaptability allows her to bounce back quickly, even from the most challenging situations. One of the most powerful elements of resilience is a mindset rooted in optimism and hope. The rarest woman does not shy away from difficulty, but she faces it with the belief that something better is on the horizon. Even in the darkest moments, she maintains hope that the storm will pass and that better days are ahead. She understands that adversity is temporary and that her strength, her determination, and her faith will carry her through. This hopeful outlook allows her to keep moving forward, even when the road is unclear or the end seems distant. Resilience is not about denying the hardships of life, but about choosing to believe in the possibility of positive change, even in the most challenging circumstances. The rarest woman also understands that resilience requires patience. She does not expect instant results or immediate relief from her struggles. Instead, she knows that resilience is a process, one that takes time and persistence. She is willing to endure the difficult moments, knowing that they are part of her transformation. Patience allows her to stay grounded and focused, even when it feels like progress is slow. She does not rush the healing process or force things to happen before their time. Instead, she trusts in the journey, knowing that every step she takes, no matter how small, is bringing her closer to her goal. Resilience in adversity requires a deep sense of self-belief. The rarest woman knows her worth, and she draws strength from her own inner confidence. She understands that while external circumstances may be difficult, they do not define her value or capabilities. When faced with adversity, she does not question her worth or abilities. Instead, she leans into her strengths, trusting that she has everything within her to navigate the challenges before her. Resilience is rooted in the unwavering belief that she is capable of overcoming anything that comes her way, and that every hardship she faces only serves to make her more powerful. Resilience often requires seeking support from others. The rarest woman knows that she doesn't have to face adversity alone. While she is strong and capable, she also understands the importance of community, relationships, and emotional support. She is not afraid to lean on her loved ones, friends, or mentors when times are tough. She recognizes that resilience does not mean isolating herself, but rather it involves connecting with others who can offer wisdom, encouragement, and strength during difficult times. By surrounding herself with people who believe in her, she draws from the collective strength of her community, which empowers her to continue moving forward. Another essential element of resilience is the ability to remain focused on the bigger picture. The rarest woman is driven by a sense of purpose that transcends the temporary struggles she faces. She knows that adversity, though painful in the moment, is part of a larger story. It is not the end of her journey, but a chapter in it. She keeps her eyes on the horizon, knowing that her challenges are building her character, deepening her resolve, and preparing her for greater success. Her ability to maintain this long-term vision helps her to endure hardship with grace, as she understands that each challenge is helping her grow into the person she is meant to become. Resilience in adversity also requires a sense of accountability. The rarest woman takes responsibility for her actions, her choices, and her reactions. When things don't go as planned, she does not blame others or external circumstances. Instead, she looks inward and asks herself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this experience? She uses adversity as a mirror to reflect on her own strengths and areas for growth, and she takes ownership of her journey. This sense of accountability allows her to maintain control over her life, even when external factors seem beyond her control. Resilience requires the ability to find meaning in adversity. The rarest woman understands that every experience, no matter how painful, carries lessons that can shape her future. She does not see suffering as meaningless, but as a powerful teacher. When faced with hardship, she searches for the deeper meaning in the experience, how it will help her grow, what it will teach her about herself, and how it will contribute to her larger purpose. This ability to find meaning in adversity transforms challenges into opportunities for learning and growth. Resilience in adversity fosters a sense of gratitude. While the rarest woman may face trials, she does not lose sight of what she is thankful for. She acknowledges the difficulties she faces, but she also makes space for gratitude in her heart. Gratitude for the lessons learned, for the strength gained, and for the opportunities that arise even in the midst of hardship. This gratitude fuels her resilience, providing her with the energy and optimism to keep going. In the end, resilience in adversity is what defines the rarest woman. It is her ability to rise after each fall, to learn from each setback, and to move forward with unwavering faith in her capacity to overcome. She does not let adversity define her. Instead, she defines herself through her response to adversity. It is her resilience that allows her to create a life filled with purpose, strength, and meaning, no matter what challenges life may bring. Through adversity, she becomes not just a survivor, but a true force of transformation, capable of turning every difficulty into a stepping stone toward greatness.